Well, hello and welcome once again to the Waters and Stanton video channel. My name's Peter Waters and my call sign is Golf 3 Oscar Juliet Victor. This video is really about some of the prices on ham radio and how we're trying to be competitive and how you can perhaps save a significant amount of money. So let's take a look at how we're trying to help you in the UK and of course around the world, because we do ship around the world. Earlier today I had contact with one of our guys in Tokyo, Justin. Not a very good line, and he seems to be enjoying himself, but well, you make up your mind, it's not having a cup of tea, that's for sure. Okay Justin, you're on now.
So, but I think we're okay. It was a bit dodgy sitting out there. So, yeah, look at the Quashangs on our website. The UV5R or the Boafang type radio is back in stock. We've got 500 this time, and I think 100 have sold already. And they're less than £20. So it's that sort of throwaway handheld, entry level type of beginner's radio. Cheers, by the way. And then the new TK 11, I think it is, 11 in brackets 8. Have a look at that. That's about 60 quid. But it's got, I'm sure it's got HF receive or something. I've not studied it into any sort of detail. Have a look at that. It's probably not great like HF, to be honest with you, but it's 60 quid. So have a look at that. Look out for my post tomorrow. If you're awake, it'll probably be 2 AM in the UK, so I doubt you'll be awake unless you're a party person. Then maybe you'll see my early post. But let's hope for good things at the show. There might be some news around ICOM. Let's see. I'll be the first one to show you. Cheers for now.
Well, it turns out that the new radio from ICOM is actually the IC-7300 Mark II. Not a replacement or not a competitor for the FT991A, as I think some people had thought, but no, it's the IC-7300 Mark II. The Mark II has got a number of improvements. I think the key improvements really, certainly from my perspective, would be the fact that you've got an HDMI port now, so you can plug in a standard TV into the back of the radio and have a large screen. You've also got a second receiver, or got a receiver antenna input, so those that fight in noise and want to use something like a loop antenna to reduce the receive noise, they can have a separate receive input. And it's also got the ability to decode CW, which is not a bad thing really, because if you're curious about CW and you can't, you haven't sort of learned to read it at any sort of speed, then it enables you to actually see what's going on and perhaps encourage you to try and learn CW and try that mode out. The other thing I should say is they've upgraded the receiver performance, which really was overdue. Below this video I've put a link to the short video from ICOM UK, which gives you details of the improvements plus some other things which I haven't mentioned, and altogether, yeah, it seems worthwhile. So that was the breaking news. Back to the main topic of this video, the price of ham radio equipment and how to try and work on a reasonable budget. I think we are very conscious that in order for the market and the hobby to flourish, the prices need to be pitched at a level at which at least a lot of people can afford. I know that there's always going to be those that say, well yes, but I can't afford that, and I understand that. I mean, I go back to many years when it was almost my pocket money, so I do understand that. But anyway, I want to cover basically how we are trying to help the ham radio fraternity, both in the UK and, as I said in the intro, around the world, because we do ship all over the world. Before I go on to that, one video that is coming up very shortly is an antenna which I've been working on. It's a new antenna I've been working on, and again I'm very conscious that lots of people have got small gardens, or they've got restrictions what they can and can't put into the garden in terms of antennas. So I've come up with this antenna, which is a 5-band antenna, and I think that there's many places where it can be used. The neighbours probably won't even notice it, and I suspect that if there's any restrictions, maybe those restrictions won't apply, or at least it'll be so insignificant that nobody will really notice it. That's coming up in a week or so's time. Oh, by the way, very, very cost effective as well, very cheap to make. So yeah, stay with us. Many of you will know that we're based on the outskirts of Milton Keynes. It's open sort of on the edge of farmland really. We've got 3 large warehouses, so we've got the largest range of ham radio equipment in the UK, and we are always looking to do deals and to try and keep the prices down. By the way, you're more than welcome to visit us. We have a showroom there, and it's free parking. There's plenty of room for parking there, no problems at all. We're very close to the M1 motorway, so it's not too much of a problem to reach us if you're travelling by car. And if you can't reach us, of course, we do operate a very efficient mail order service. Normally get the goods out the same day, provided we get the order in by about 1:30. Now, because we've grown so big in the last 2 or 3 years, it means to say that we're in a position to do some great deals with our suppliers. And once we do a deal with suppliers, we usually order a lot of gear. That means to say we've got to get rid of it. That means to say that we can pass that saving that we make from our suppliers onto you, the customer, and everybody's happy. We can increase our sales, and we can also pass on some savings to customers. Now, one of the things we introduced a few months ago was bundle deals, and there's some big savings there. I mean, for example, the ICOM IC-705 has now come down to, I think it's 1190, and the ICOM IC-7300 is down to 990, which is a significant saving. And for that 990, not only do you get the IC-7300, you also get a free power supply, which I think is a 30 amp power supply. So we've got a price reduction on the IC-7300, and also you get a free power supply. And one of my favourite transceivers is the FT710. Now, if you buy the FT710 Field, that is the one without the external speaker. It's got a built-in speaker and a handle on the side. That I think is now $890, and again you get a free power supply, 30 amp power supply with that. Now, do check our website, because we're forever changing these bundles, or adding things and so forth. I think with the Yaesu 710 you also get a nice Yaesu cap, and it's quite a good quality baseball cap. So take a look at that. Now, if you want to see all our bundle deals, go onto the website and just key in the word bundles, BUNDLES, and you'll see all our bundle deals. And there's some big savings to be made. Now, interestingly enough, because there have been some price reductions on some of the gear, like the 705, like the 7300 and so forth, because there's been some price reductions, that also reflects prices on our second-hand gear. And we do have a wide range of second-hand gear, and that's really where you can make some significant savings, because there's some I looked on there recently, some current models. There's a 7300, a couple of 7300s. I think there's a 705. I think there's also a FT710. There was anyway. So you can make some significant savings. Now, if you buy second hand from us, you do get a warranty. So we don't just sort of say, well, there it is and best of luck. You do get a warranty. So bear in mind that you can save a significant amount of money by buying used equipment. And of course, if you're buying used equipment, you can still do a part exchange deal. So if you've got some gear that you want to get rid of, then you can do a part exchange deal, and you really do make a significant saving. And that's how we try and keep the prices down, by doing decent part exchange deals. And we're now pushing a lot of used equipment that what's actually happened is we've had a lot of used equipment come in, and we haven't had time to actually go through it and check it thoroughly. When we get second-hand equipment, and we first of all check it, and it's working okay, and is it damaged? No, it's not damaged. Then once we've done the deal, we then actually look at the gear more closely, make sure everything's okay, make sure there's nothing missing, and then put it up. on our website. And that's where we are confident that if we give you a warranty, you know, it's not going to be a problem. We just make sure that everything's working before it goes out. So what else are we doing? Well, as I said at the beginning, we do deals. Now, if you really want to do a great deal, just pick up the phone and speak to one of our sales guys and say that you watched Peter Waters' video and what deal can you do. Now, I can't guarantee you're going to get a big movement on prices because we're very keen on prices, but you might get free carriage, or you might get a few pounds off, or you might get something else thrown in, who knows. And of course it means to say that at least you can chat to our guys, you can have confidence who you're dealing with, very nice guys, very knowledgeable there, and at the same time perhaps save a few pounds. Well, by the way, Yaesu have announced a new transceiver, the FTM310DE, which is dual band, digital and analogue, and full details of that will be up on our website very shortly. Not available till October though. So I would encourage you to check our website regularly, because all the offers go up there. We do advertise in Radcom every other month, but really and truly the trouble with advertising in any paper magazine is that it takes a time for it to appear. So basically, if we draft an advert, it's going to be 4 weeks before that advert appears. Chances are that the prices may have changed, or some super deal that we've got we can't put in there because we've missed the copy date, and then we've got to wait 2 months. So it makes sense to check our website. Also check our blog, because a lot of the videos that I do are turned into blogs, and you can sort of have a read through that and sort of catch up, because sometimes, you know, I sort of may ramble on, but you think, well, what did he actually say? I don't really want to listen to him again, so I'd rather just read a transcript of what he said. There we are. And also, just to reiterate, if you're doing a part exchange, it's very easy. Just tell us what you've got to sell. Tell us, is it in good condition? Is it working? Is there any damage on it? Does it have the original box? Has it got the handbook? We'll give you a price. If you're happy with the price, we'll collect the gear from you, take from your credit card the full price of the new gear you're buying, and then once we've checked your gear over, which takes a few days, then we will then give you a refund effectively on the price that we'd agreed to buy your second-hand gear in at. And it means that at the end of the month, when you pay your credit card, you'll be paying the net amount, which is the original price of the new gear less the part exchange. Right, that works pretty well. So pretty short video really, just giving you an update on where what we're trying to do. And by the way, we are also supporting WRTC 2026. We're the prime sponsor of that event. Again, we're putting money into ham radio. We're also sponsoring a couple of RSGB events. Again, we're putting back into ham radio something which hopefully benefits the majority of you there. There we are. That's all I've got to say at the moment. It's been nice chatting to you, and back to another video in a few days. Don't forget that antenna one that's coming up. I'm not sure when it will be. I'm still testing the antenna. It's working extremely well, and I'm quite excited about it because it is a very low cost antenna, and it may well help a lot of people to get on the air on the HF bands when they thought they couldn't. In the meantime, you enjoy ham radio, you take care, and as usual, I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.